Joining me are these two boys, Amadou and Pape, and they speak French, and forgive me because I do not, so we won't be able to communicate with them, but they're good enough to sit here and hang here with me. Charles Cooper with the African Advisory Council, who will help speak on their behalves, and also Dad here, Ousmane Drame. So thank you so much for taking the time. I really, really appreciate it. And Mr. Drame, if we can just begin with they've only been over here a couple of weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
From Senegal?
From Senegal, yes.
And went to school?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened is since I take them to school, in the first 3 days, they don't have any problem with the children. But after the major start taking Ebola, these children pick up that vote. They don't want to call them in their name. They go, Africa, Africa, or Ebola.
They're not calling them by the names, they're calling them Africa or Ebola.
Ebola, yeah. None of this classroom can pronounce his name, but it's more easy to say Ebola. Ebola is not the name of my children.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, they call them Ebola.
Situation. Yeah, it's infuriating.
Yeah, of course. You know, and ensued, and you know, it went from name calling to, you know, a full-fledged assault on these two kids.
What exactly? So, big brother here, Pape, heard about, was it his little brother who initially was being called the names?
Yeah.
But
what was his crazy? If they go to the gym to play, they say, "Oh, you don't have to football. We don't play with you. You have Ebola. Just go sit down there." The child goes sit down there after they play. They go to class, but they don't want to play with them. In the restroom, if they want to come eat or something, nobody's close to them. They let them stay there. What I don't like, the beating.
The beating?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like at all. You don't have to beat anyone.
Of course.
It's a human law. It's a universal law. Beating someone, is something else.
You know, and the incident happened during lunch in which they was playing around. Suddenly, he was jumped by several kids that called him Ebola. He screamed. His big brother, came to his rescue and was jumped on also. And the father came to pick them up that day. It's unfortunate that in this day and age it's happening. But I was telling the father that I'm very proud of him that he brought this to the media attention. He came to the African Advisory Council to alert us. And what we're seeing is that because of that, more and more folks are coming out and saying, this is happening to my kids.
I read about the story this morning. I said to my producers, send me to Staten Island tomorrow night. I want to break bread with a lot of people in the Liberian community to try to say, hey, let's talk about the stigma and how I can help and how other members of the media can help destigmatize this. If I can, just in my final remaining moments, could you ask your boys in French, do they want to keep going back to school? Because I had read this morning they said to you, Dad, I want to go back to Africa.
Yeah, they want to go back, but I talked to them, they want to come. They want to,
They want to keep going back to school.
They want to go to school. I try to find another school is better, I try to find another school.
How are they doing?
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay.